Yeah, tips for listeners, guys. For those of you watching, we do this segment every week just because, we get different DJs on here. Everyone has different tips to share. We try to get, something different every week, but just something that DJs maybe haven't heard before that needs to be reinforced. And I think we started with JB last time. So, Tom, I want to go for you. Tips for listeners.
Yeah. My biggest tip, I would say, for DJs is learn phrasing. So learn how songs are structured. Just take a minute and learn a little bit of music theory, like a 4x4 structure of songs. And then it's easy to, once you kind of know the song structure, you can really easily kind of splice different parts of songs with different stuff. So the way song structure works, listeners are looking for a certain part of a song to drop at a certain time. So if you can splice into another song at that certain time with phrasing, it makes your DJ mixes so much better. So obviously the easiest way to do it is intros to outros, but once you get a little bit better with it and you can start experimenting, you can start doing mixing the build of one song with the build of another song, so it drops into the new song when you're expecting the drop of the first song. So, or doing the intro of one song mixed with the first drop of a different song. So when you're expecting the breakdown, you get the build of the first song. So I think that's a big thing for me. Anytime that anybody asks me for any tips for DJing, I always say learn phrasing, learn music theory. Goes a long way.
A good way to kind of start that is by using cue points. So on Rekordbox, the cue points will actually count down to your next cue point. So if you, in your prep, mark all your cue points, you can really visually see phrasing. Now, obviously, you want to get it to the point where you know your music so well that you do. But, especially for house music, lost James a little bit. Especially for house music, that's really helpful for me because I don't play it as much as I do top 40. So I might forget that, some Will Clark song has that extra 4 count before the drop hits. So that can be really helpful. So hopefully we'll get James back here in a second. JB, your tips for listeners, please.
Yeah, man. First of all, yes, ATOMC is the king of phrasing, man. Yes. I envy his phrasing, and then I think to Mike's point, I set cue points but at the same time, almost on the flip side and the inverse of that too is sometimes don't get so locked into that, right? I think about Roger Sanchez, who plays these sets where he's all over the place. He literally is making music between 3 and 4 tracks, right? And so feeling that energy and going for it as well. I think for me, man, I'm sitting here in front of my deck, so I'm just looking at this channel fader. Volume too, man. Obviously as you bring in your tracks, keeping the right volume. I'm known for doing the channel wipeout, the bump, bump, bump. And it's just volume can do so many things, both in your transition, but even in the middle of a track, right? And I just like having fun with that. So play around with it. I listen to a lot of Black Coffee, and if you watch Black Coffee DJ, even his mids, there might be a clap. He'll pop his mids with the clap of the sound, just to give it a little more enhancement. And so volume and EQs, play around with that stuff, make it a little more exciting.
And he's doing it with one hand too, which is even more impressive.
One hand.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Black Coffee, who will never watch the show, but if he is, we love you.
Hey, you never know.
All right, guys.
Let's do this, guys. Let's start to wrap up here. Where can people find you on the internet? And are you guys playing any shows coming up?
Yeah, man. For me, www.lordjayb.com. That's where it all is. Socials at lordjb.com. And working on this next live stream. You'll see it popping up here in the next few days for the 22nd weekend. So getting back to live streaming. Looking forward to live streaming with my homeboys on this podcast soon.
That needs to happen for sure.
Yeah.
I followed you on Twitch. Did you follow me back, JB?
I will.
Let me back. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, you can find me all socials. I think is DJ_ATOMC, ATOMC, no I on that. mainly Instagram's where I'm at. I don't really do anything on Twitter. I got a Facebook page too. You can find me at Atomic on Facebook. No real live shows, but I might hop on this live stream that JB's setting up.
That's
so
right.
Might have a little fun on that next weekend. So keep an eye out for that.
And hopefully you guys will be doing that tailgate thing too.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for social media for 614 Gate is at 614 Gate on Instagram, and then we have a 614 Gate Facebook page where we put all our events. So go follow that. Hopefully we'll be having some house parties for some like classic OSU games.
Yeah, check out at Wiretap Music as well on IG.
Yeah,
we'll keep you posted there. Big ups to you guys, and also big ups to 614, some of the best apparel to kind of have the Columbus brand on it. And they kind of help us with this segment. We just talk about stuff that's come out in the city. So we had Buns 2020 by Stevie D, a mixtape. He released that last week. Stevie D's been on the podcast before, a good friend of ours. And it was a solid mix. It definitely was like a really nice festival demo. So if you guys are, looking to get in the EDM festival sets, I think it's a great listen to kind of see how he goes in and out of like the throwbacks and then the new stuff and incorporating like the new drops. Really well done. And then Corrupt, you put out Lost in the Sauce with Chisel, who I've been following for a long time. Miami guy, really, really, really just cool dude, great DJ. And I actually enjoyed the first half with you better. I know there's some couple ones I Shazammed off that. And Chisel put together like a really nice, a very like girl-friendly set is what I would call it. You want to add anything to that?
Well, I would say that his set is definitely like a Miami club style set. Like a lot of those older electronic tracks, like his Lana Del Rey and stuff like that, that still goes off down there. Mm-hmm. They really do like, you could still play a Swedish House Mafia song and an open format set down there, which is why I think Miami's open format scene is just incredible, because you can go from house to Latin, mm-hmm. to big room EDM to hip hop, and just keep going all forward. Like it's pretty well.
And then you got to throw in some Miami booty bass for sure.
Leave it up to Mike.
Hey, it is what it is, man. Shout out Uncle Luke.
And 11.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Shout out 11 for sure. Shout out 11.
11, yeah. Bro, you know what? 11.
Uh-oh.
Did they put the men's bathroom right where all the girls' server station is for a reason? You ever notice that? So. Like when you put the bathroom, you got all 10 girls standing right there.
So I heard about that when you come out of there.
I don't
like,
allegedly.
Honey, you want to take
allegedly.
Any night that I've been at 11, I don't remember a single thing. I get there. I had a good time. I always leave going, yeah, it was a good time. But
dude, that rooftop that we went to a couple years ago, the rooftop. Oh my God, it was so good. The Resistance rooftop up there. Whew.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
This is also a good time to remind everyone, never pay for a girl's ultra ticket. Just want to throw that out.
Columbus DJ Podcast.
Yeah, all
did you write that one off too?
Did I?
Where are we going with
There's nothing wrong with being nice.
Yeah, right. Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, like the video if you laughed, if you learned something, or just if you like all of us hanging out together. Subscribe for more DJ discussions as well as tutorials, and then comment down below anything you really want. Ask questions, tell us who we should have on the show, and give us tips to improving ourselves. And James, take us out.
What episode is this?
19.
All right, guys. 19. Columbus DJ Podcast, episode 19, Wiretap. JB, Atomic, we really appreciate it, man. We've been really enjoying it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem, man. House music lives on in Columbus. Hopefully we'll be back soon, man. Thank you, guys.
Keep it loose and tipsy, everybody.
Thank you, brothers.
Loose and tipsy.
Peace.